that you can then choose to apply. I'm going to take my middle school kids down a narrow run. I need to make short radius turns. I got to turn my feet. I got to have a pole plant. I need to have edge harder at the finish of the turn, kind of a hockey stoppy thing. Those are movement patterns, and that's what the exam's about, not pivot slips. Okay.
It's about edge and pressure control and rotation.
Are we going to take it right down there?
Yeah. It'll take us down the goal.
Okay. And it's gold more open. We can start
it's
wide,
nice, wide open.
Okay.
It's great.
So from here to there, do 3 different types. I don't even know how far that is, but do 3 different types of short radius turns.
What?
What?
Explain
Different types.
some examples of different types.
Yeah.
Short radius is a different type.
This is too big a group for me to say follow my leader because the back person would never see. So one, you could do a short radius, or a short radius. Okay. You could do a short radius, or a short radius.
Whoa. Please clarify. I didn't
Well,
get that.
I can do, if this is a groomer track,
Yeah.
that's the biggest short radius I can, it's too big a groomer track. You know, I can do a short radius from there to there, but I can also do a short radius right down here.
Right.
Or I can do half of that. So there's 3 different kinds right there.
But
I can do a short radius with a hook on it, so it's more like a J turn, J turn, J turn.
okay.
I can do a smooth short radius at 18 miles an hour that's very blended. I can do a short radius with a hop at the beginning. I can do a short radius with a slash at the end, which is kind of like my J turn thing, but slashier. Technical term. I can do a short radius on one ski. I can do a short radius on my inside ski. I can do a short radius with pole plant or without pole plant.
So, difference between a short radius and a short swing?
The short swing, my personal definition, is pivot to an edge set. Short radius is going to have an earlier edge engagement and more shape to it. But short swing, that would qualify as a type of short radius turn for me. Yep.
So would a skidded turn and a carved turn be
There you
two
go.
different
You got a
ones?
skidded short radius and a carved short radius. If you're a snowboard, you've got a basic carve and a dynamic basic and
Dynamic basic. Basic or dynamic. Skidded, carved.
Anyway,
Regular and switch.
you can do a switch short radius turn, which is harder on skis. There's a few examples, right?
Yes, yeah.
And I mean, I do this kind of thing a lot, so I'm kind of ready for that. But in terms of that variety and versatility, again, with your school group kids or something, oh wait, they need more hook on the end of their turn. So I'm going to teach them that for speed control. Oh wait, they have way too much hook on the end of their turn. I'm going to smooth it out, so they can actually, on icy stuff, they're not overloading the bottom. I'm going to have a more even pressure there. And as level 2 instructors, you have that kind of, what do I pull out for my student to work with?
Okay, so meet at the top of gold.
Top of gold, 3 different kinds of short radius. Okay, so here's a teeny little sample of, I didn't pre-think this very much, so we'll see how it comes out. But of a kind of a teaching portion, not the whole thing. Up there, I mentioned a couple times, our middle school kids. So these are 13, 14-year-olds maybe. They're, tend to be a better skier, upper intermediate skier, something like that. And they want to ski steeper stuff, and they want some speed control. And so as part of, let's see, this could be a section of that teaching assignment, Introduction to Off-Rim Terrain, Introduction to Bumps. And so within my section of teaching that, I might say, I want to work on their rotary skills and their edging skills in a way that helps them control speed steeper. And so, fundamentally, that's going to be turning the legs more than the body, and then how do they tip their body parts to get those edges engaged. So we're going to do a little version of hockey stops, I'm going to link hockey stop turns. What I would tend to do with these kids first, they know how to turn, they're parallel, and I say, we're going to make a turn, we're going to do one at a time here, where we're going to spray snow. Now with my kids, that's all I would do, and we'd go. Exam packaging, I'm going to say, so what we're going to do is a little bit of a straight run. We're going to start to turn the skis, and then we're going to turn them sharper. We're going to twist them harder. At the same time, we're going to tip our knees into the hill to increase that edge angle, and that's going to bite the ski in and send the snow spraying. Okay, you got a little picture of that in your head? So I'm going to do one, and stop, and I'll pull over to the side, and And each of you, for right now, just get one in our heads here, what this looks like. And just do your hockey stop to the side of where we're all lined up so we don't spray each other or hit each other. Any questions with that? Here's my demo. I'm going to turn to the left. See if I get my left and right right. Start and turn, and turn more, and out of my head. Okay. Go for it, Harry. Okay, next. Good. And when you hold it, when you finish, get a really crisp end. Same for you. Keep on coming.
So harder edge set at the end?
Just hold it for a second to show your kids that your edges are right in the snow.
Ah, okay.
Dermot, make sure you show them good, lots of knee in this one, just to get them quick in there. Do a little bit more with the hip. All right, see how Dave kind of had that end?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You might win this one.
And Dave had the pull ready too. Yep. That little bit of ending he had there, yeah. And see how Stan hit that? That's what I was talking about, Harry.
Yeah.
Nice, edge set there, Stan. All right. And Marcia, when yours kind of came, you did a good spray, and then your skis kind of kept going forward a bit. So dial, I guess, focus that edging move all at once. Yeah. And hit it in there. And have a little bit more like you're ready with your pole plant, so that you're less likely to have the skis keep going forward. And then you can say the same thing to your kids. You know, you might have some.
And Jake actually gave Dave a run for his money, I think.
Ooh, nice.
His is pretty good.
Okay, so now we're gonna do, and it might get weird on the flat there, but we're gonna link these together. We've done it one. I'm pretty happy with what we're seeing. I gave a couple little comments there. So do 5 or 6 more to the brow of that hill. I would also, for us right now, I'm skipping the section about the pole plant. That would come in there.
Now, the pole plant at the end is a good thing, right?
Yes, definitely.
And then that's something you would do with your
for sure.
class?
Just time-wise for you guys, I don't want to
Yeah.
take a big part of it.
But if we're asked to do a hockey stop in the exam, that would be something
That's
we'd
what a
want to
pole
do.
plant is, yeah. Because you've got 30 minutes and I'm trying to take 8.
So Tara,
Yeah.
so we're doing that hockey stop thing, and you got 5 kids in your group. 4 of them are nailing it, and there's one kid just, man, they're
Call your supervisor.
they're turning.
Call the
Just call
supervisor.
the supervisor and say you know split and send another instruction.
Yes.
That doesn't happen here.
No.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
So
Harry, take my kid in your group.
where would you go? I know what I would try to do, but or somebody else, what would you guys do? You know,
Well,
you always got that one that just ain't getting it, man. And everybody else, man, we're ready to go in those bumps. We're ready to go. And
Depending on how wide that split is, if it's, you work with them, one, it's easy for the strong kids to come first.
Sure.
And then the weak kid doesn't get as much of your attention. So put that weaker person, say, hey, come right with me.
Right.
And then you can give them a little, so that could try to get them caught up a little bit more. If it's not a danger situation, you can only hold the rest of the group back so much. And so you kind of go, okay, this is going to be over the head for little Sally, but she's not going to get hurt. Seriously, if it's too big a split, call your supervisor. If it's just like, whoa, this person should have never left the carpet. You can also teach 2 lessons. So you got these 3 doing hockey stops and spraying their friends as hard as they can. And you've got the other person starting with a wedge and make sure that you finish your turn to slow down here. So you're still keeping the speed control in a safe zone, but you're taking out this more advanced application of pivot and edge set. And you're just giving them a tool, make these kind of turns. Ignore what those boys are doing.
Yeah. Okay.
There are a few options.
What-
Now,
What's common, like when you have a kid like that, is they just can't let go of that wedge, and so they can't get both edges set.
now if I shift back into just a little bit of my exam teaching mode, so, I was kind of trying to format that and speak as if as an exam. We did that. I would add a pole plant thing, but then you'd say, okay, so we want to put this back into more like real skiing. So we've got our pull plant, we've got our hockey stop. We're going to link these, not clear to a stop. And I want the kids, we may even go down the side of the run and keep it within, you know, from Harry to the side of the run. I'm going to tell them, stay in that corridor with these, almost stop, and then from your almost stop position, kind of extend forward, let your skis get going again, and do another one. So we're going to do 10 of these. Is this the side of the run? Does it curve, or is that the other one?
It curves to the right.
Cruise to the right a little bit.
We're going to do 10 of these, and we're going to stop again, okay? So that's what I'd have the kids do. I'm looking to see if they can consistently get that edge set without coming clear to a stop and kind of linking them. So come run, just follow right behind me here. Balance, center position. Yeah, and Stan, you have a really solid pull plant, so that'd be something that when you're showing the kids that they're going to see that with you, and it's very definite. So good work there. They need that. So then lastly, so we've done this, and so it kind of linked it a little bit in turns, and then we want to actually make it more functional for the group. So we're not going to go near as stoppy or near as much straight. So we're going to blend that rotary movement that at first was all at once with the heavy edge set. We're going to add edge a little sooner in the turn. We're going to mellow some of that rotary move, and we're going to get a little bit more shape out of this, but it's still small, and it's still fairly heavy at the end, just not so much heavy at the end and so much snow spray. So we'll do this down out into the flat over there, and then we'll give you a little summary. Follow right along here. Getting better at the amoeba. Good work. Oh, yeah, no, no. Oh, stay there, Stan. That's good. Okay, so we did a little bit of a segment working on some rotary and edging skills, timing at the end of the turn to dig the skis in, slow people down, keep them in a narrower corridor for steeps, and that's what we did. So that's a super condensed version of what you'll do.
So that progression from the hockey stop to, let's say, more of a short skidded turn, is that primarily focused on rotary skills or edging skills?
Well, both. And that's both my summary and my intro. Because you gotta twist the skis harder at the end of the turn to
Which
get
is
that.
rotary.
But then you gotta set the edges harder too.
Which is the edge.
Which is the edging. So
So
that
it's both.
combination, yeah. And earlier in the day, somebody said, "Oh, do I want a theme?" And yeah, I wanted a theme here.
Okay.
Now, 2 out of 3 seems like, oh, you almost have all the skills in there. But you know, the pressuring stuff was more minor. This is definitely twist them hard, edge them hard. That's more of a theme than other things.
So, if we're doing this in front of an examiner, right? This is one of our deals.
Yeah.
Would you do a static?
Well, so yeah, that's if I took, I don't know, we had a little bit of an intermission in there, but if I took 8 minutes for this,
Right.
you gotta take,
Because I got 30.
yeah.
So, like, what if I took my skis off and say, hey, this is what we're going to work on, right?
Right.
And show the movement statically and then
Yep.
demo them?
I like static stuff too. And I do lots of do this with my students rather than blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But we might start with, okay, the edging at the end of that is going to be mostly with the knees. So everybody do this. Make sure you're in your good ski stance. So Jake, get your skis parallel. Now do it with your chin up, which by the way, chin up is the easiest freebie feedback. Because in the exam, you need to give some type of feedback. And almost guaranteed, like you all just did, you're going to do this. And so you can always say,
You can look at your legs.
Chin up.
Yeah.
Isn't that, I mean, kind of how you tell you're doing it if you're doing it statically?
Well, you can sense it because you're going to ski like this.
Yeah.
You're not going to ski like that for your students. And so you want them to be able to sense, hey, look at me, Jake. So he's doing that. Or even better yet, look at me, Mike, because then Mike has this orientation across his skis. And I intentionally stand hill. I wouldn't want to coach you because you're going to look at me and you're going to be turned like this.
The wrong way, yeah.
So Yeah, so static, and I do this, and I might say, when I'm having them do this, I'm looking for, because the whole group might do their knees perfect, I'm looking for more of a knee move and not a hip move. Because for hockey stops, it's quicker, and our knees can move quicker than our hips can. And that's the packaging part again. You wouldn't tell your middle schoolers that, but in an exam with your peers, why would this make it easier for Jake to coach tomorrow? Oh yeah, they need this quicker in their knees. You know, you're kind of sharing that level of information. Let's do this. Let's ski for a ways. I don't even know where. It's around the corner. And do some short radius turns and then some medium radius turns. If I was going to pick a number, I would say 5 shorts and 3 mediums. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay? And we'll just leave it at that for now. And we'll regroup. Are we below midway? Are we getting on at midway? Is
midway.
Midway's right,
we wanna
kind of
stop?
down there.
Okay. So I'm going to start with my
Oh,
shorts.
let's see the shaft. Come on, Tom.